Hey everybody, this is David B69, and this is a combination day 3 of Siege, which I had a great time, and a wrap-up video for Siege. I don't know if I just want to put them separately. I'm still mulling even the decision of how I'm doing these videos for today. I'm thinking I'll probably let's just do this as the pickups, and then we'll do a wrap up later. Because there's a lot to wrap up. So, number one, as always, I'm going there for games. So I go into the show, and it's day 3. So day 3, you're looking for the deals. Now I'm going to ignore this one right now because that's not the deal I want to talk about. I am going to talk about this one booth who actually had a deal where you buy 10 games from their 5 and under barrel, and it was $2 a game, so it's $20. Who doesn't want that? I want to have a lot of these games, and for $2 a game, heck, it's worth it. These games are actually worth it. It's like you add them all up and everything. It's actually a good value, even though some of them don't have the manual and stuff. It's okay. I actually am okay with that as long as I know about it and stuff and everything's forthright. It's all good. So it's like kind of one of those things I expect not to have a manual if it's a $2 game. It really just is the expected thing. So if I worry about that later, then I worry about that later. But every game that doesn't have its manual, I was fine with it. It's not a big deal. So first game that I got was Sean Palmer's Pro Snowboarder. I'm actually not sure if I actually have this one or not. I don't think I did. So, yeah, the only thing that was like kind of nasty with this one, it's not that the label is broken or anything. It's actually the piece of plastic that broke in here. I think I can fix it just by pulling it out and putting it back in. Yeah. And now you can see the PlayStation 2 is visible now. It's just because it got tucked in. And it's still a good game, and this one's complete. So I was like very happy with that. Like I said, the only thing is it has a little piece of plastic that's broken on the inside. So that is what it is. If I need to, I can go get another case, which isn't a big deal. Next one. This one is like really cool and everything. I saw this and I'm like, this is so cool, and it meets my genre for the system and stuff that I play. Is Big League Sports Summer. There's baseball, football, which means football, they mean soccer. Oh no, they do mean football. Never mind. Volleyball, soccer, tennis, and golf. So it looks kind of cool. It's a Wii game. It's kind of like one of those cheap Wii games and stuff, but it's something fun. It's something different. I didn't have it. It's not part of my collection, so it's a good solid ad. Next up is something I definitely don't have. EJ Club World. Yeah, it's a music making experience. I know absolutely nothing about this, but it's kind of cool. It's like something that was cool on the PS2 era, and I'm going to look forward to playing that game. So that's pretty cool. This one is a game that I 100% own, and I have it sealed in box. And I'll I basically said to myself, I'm never going to open it. And that is Friends, the one with all the trivia. I'm a huge Friends fan, but I would never open the other game. And for $2 to have this game complete in box, yeah, it's definitely worth it to me, especially. So that's really cool. And it was True Crime, The Streets of LA. Definitely a worthy pickup. So that's like really cool. Of course, this is case and disc only, so that is what it is. Like I said, I'm not upset about it because for $2 a game, you don't complain. Then there's a High School Musical Sing It. I actually do think I might have this. Nope. I don't have it. So I was good to buy it because I didn't have it. I do like Sing It games. I do like singing and doing all this other stuff. Am I a good singer? No. I would not be wanting to be in the same room as me as I sing. I am that bad. So, yeah, they had to... there's a lot of things that happen and everything. Next one is we have World Championship Paintball. You notice how I just quickly went to another conversation because, well, that one would have made me uncomfortable. This is complete in box. I mean, like I said, don't expect too much from World Championship Paintball. It's like basically Splatoon before Splatoon, in my opinion. Is it really that big of a deal? Instead of paint, you basically shoot each other instead of painting the floor, but it's paintballs. So that's pretty cool. So that was that grabs. So yeah, then I was going around. I went to this one place, and they've had a thing all weekend where their whole table is 20% off. So that's basically the way they were. They're like, yeah, we're doing this thing where everything's 20% off. So I'm like, okay. So it's like, I find games, and I'm like looking at the guy, and I'm like looking at the games, and it's like, and I basically say, okay, well, this is I didn't know this was only a disc in case. It's like, doesn't tell you anything on the label. And this is from the game store. Okay. I got Superman, which is just cool because I don't have this game, and I like really want this game. Then we got Street Hoops. Then we got Evolution Snowboarding, or Skateboarding, I'm sorry. And lastly, we got a complete game, Myst 3 Exile. And like I was saying before, I don't mind having incomplete games. And all these were like on the cheap. I mean, it's like, they're really like cheap games. So I go to the guy and I say, what's the price? And he basically told me the price, and I countered him. And he's like, I can't go any cheaper than what the thing is. I'm already taking 20% off. I'm like, dude, I can just tell by how swarmy you are. I didn't say this, but I could tell how swarmy he was, that there's no way he paid what was worth for these games. He wouldn't have just taken 20% off of what price charting would have been. He would have taken probably $1 or $2 for these games. So he's making a good boatload of money. So it's like, I'm asking for $3 off. And he's like, no. I mean, seriously, $3 off. It was a $3 difference. And then basically and then basically I was like, okay, fine. Then I go in my wallet where I knew that I did not have enough cash, like in singles, to match that. So I basically said, Well, I am $1 short of what you are and everything. So if you are willing to go to that, I will make a deal with you and I'll buy these games. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to walk away. I don't have the cash, is what I told him. I had plenty of cash. That wasn't the issue. And the guy's like, yes, okay, fine. And so we did the deal. But I knew for a fact that he could have done the other deal as well. And it was just kind of like one of those things and stuff that you learn some good people and everything at the show. And believe me, I saw a lot of great vendors at the show. 90% of them were great people. They did a great job the entire show. A lot of their games and stuff, it's like, were like top notch. I mean, they were really, really good. I mean, I got a copy of Red Alert Retaliation. This one did not have the manual. But I'm still happy with it because this game's in great shape and I can probably find the manual somewhere. But I'm like really happy to have this as part of my collection because I love me some Command and Conquer. That's a great game. Next up, was these two games, and these are long box PS1 games. I wasn't going there to shop for PS1 games. It's like, it wasn't something I was looking for. But I saw two long boxes. This is Lemmings 3D, which I just absolutely love and adored Lemmings. But not on the PlayStation. It was mainly on the computer back in the day. And it's like, I really, really enjoyed it. And like I said, complete in box. It's like really nice, in really nice condition. So I'm like super happy to have that. Then I got another, this is a game and everything that's a repeat and add to my collection. But it's like, it's a repeat of another game I already have. And that is Wing Commander 3, Heart of the Tiger. But I'm like super excited because it's basically like a nice long box copy. And you basically can see a little bit more of the artwork than was on the little discs. The cool thing about this is not only is it complete in box with the manual and stuff, you can see here, these are nice felt disc covers. So you got your disc one here, and then you got your three other discs in nice, pristine things so they don't get scratched up. So you're playing the games, you're not worried about opening it up and pulling it out and scratching the other discs. These people are like really good in the way they took care of their long box game. Top notch. Good job, guys. And it's like, it's kind of one of those things where that guy and everything was like really, really cool. That was it was a vendor that basically went there just to sell his own stuff. And yeah, and he basically did everything like really close to price charting value. I was able to get a little bit extra and everything, and it's like, that's why I did both of them at the same time. Generally, if you bundled some stuff together in the show, you were going to get a good deal. That's generally how I found it. The last three games and everything in that $2 thing there that I got, I was able to get Goal. Under the, it's like, I can't believe I didn't have that still. Then I found Iron Sword. What was it? Wizard and Warriors 2. So I had both of those games before, and actually all three of these games, and of course Rad Racer. I had all those games before, but I'm like, I really, really wanted them again, especially like you said, at a cheap price. You can't go wrong. Next up was just a personal grab for me. This one came from the Secret Castle. I believe these guys have a nice YouTube channel. I thought I remember seeing them before. They operate out of Kentucky. And I really like seeing this. And this is, they basically had it right at charting price. So I'm like really happy. And it's one of my favorite games growing up. And that is in the arcade. And I like it on the Nintendo as well. And that is Gyruss. It is such a fun game. If you've never played Gyruss, it is a lot of fun. And you can spend hours and hours and hours playing the game, getting into the soundtrack. Absolutely awesome game. Then I was going back and I was going to I was going near it was Arkansas guy. I forget his name. Arkansas something. It might be Arkansas Picker. I forget his channel perfectly. So he was a nice guy and everything, by the way. But it was not anything huge and special and everything because we had no relationship. So I don't expect too much. But he was really nice and stuff. But it's like I went to, there was a table set right next to him. And I basically talked to the lady that was there. And it's like the guy ended up coming back to the booth. But these games are both at price charting value, and they're both complete and new. And that is this Alteria Dorali. Looks like an RPG. I really just don't know much about it. But to get this new and sealed, you really just, I'm not gonna like wave that away. That's a really great thing. And this is like really interesting. I sort of remember it. Black College Football. The Experience is from Doug Williams. I really don't have too much to say and everything. It's like with the terminology and stuff. Personally, I wish we could just call it the College Football Experience. And I just feel that a lot of it is Doug Williams, and unfortunately a lot of African Americans, they just were not treated properly, basically, so they just refer to themselves and stuff in that way. I really don't, I just don't think it's appropriate. So I hate seeing that terminology. But anyway, I just wanted to say that this is like I said, it's new, it's sealed, it is like really, really in good condition. So I'm so happy that he had it right at price charting value. No negotiation, well, nothing. I was perfectly cool with it. He seemed like a really good guy and everything when I talked to him as well. So that was cool. Next thing I did was I started looking for some things that were different. Something and everything that I like want in my collection, but I just really not thinking of it. So I went to this one booth. He already gave me a good deal before on the weekend. And so I went to him and I saw these Japanese games. And I'm like, I really, really wanted these games because I thought it was cool. And it was like Mario Party 2. Mario Tennis. Mario Golf. Mario Party 3. And Mario and Wario. Now I think this game, from when I was looking up afterwards, This is like one of those games that you use the mouse for. I looked around for a mouse, by the way, at the show. I didn't personally see one with the mouse and the pad and things, so I didn't grab one because I couldn't. But if I found something, I probably would have picked it up. But it's like still like to have the games for my collection, and it's kind of cool. I like to have a few more. I was like happy to have a few more Japanese titles because I can play them on my Nintendo 64 and Super Nintendo. So it's kind of like it's worth it to me. Then I ran around and I was like, okay, well, this is going to be my last purchase of the day. I basically went to the Game Chasers table. I really don't know too much of these guys, except that I've heard nothing but good things about the series, the Game Chasers. I just think it sounds goofy. Think it sounds fun. I mean, this is season 4 and 5. They had more earlier in the weekend. So they basically, I took the last 2 they had. So I sold them out for the rest of the weekend, which they're happy about. They have t-shirts and other things that they were selling. I told the guy straight up, it's like, I really have heard of your show, but I've never watched your show. So I'm actually really interested in watching these. Again, if you've seen these, let me know in the comments below. Like I said, I've never seen it personally. Over the next couple days, I'm probably just going to go through and watch all of them. Because it's like, I just like good stuff. I like good fun, and I like good humor, and I like game collecting. So it's kind of like one of those cool things. So yeah. And lastly, it's like this was from Retro Rec. And Retro Rec, he's basically has a game store in Arkansas, which is, I think it's Retro Rec's Game Point, if I'm correct. If I'm not, please correct me. He's a great guy. He at one point, it's like it was like unbeknownst to him and everything. I had a game on eBay. He ended up buying it. I shipped it to him. I mean, it was like, there was no things and stuff and everything. It was just really cool that we were able to have a nice deal, and he was really happy. And he ended up selling it on Whatnot and made a good price for it and everything for himself, which I'm happy with, because this guy is a really, really good guy. And he basically came over to me and he basically said, do you mind if we film? I'm like, of course not. I don't mind filming. I mean, he knows that, I've told him and everything that I have a small channel, and I basically said, no problem. So he basically asked me the question, and he held 2 games in his hand. He said, which game is better, Mario Party 1 or Mario Party 3? And I'm like, well, Mario Party 2, of course. And he looks at me. I said, oh, but if those 2 are the only options, Mario Party 3 is, of course, the better one. And then he basically told me and everything. He said, then it's yours. For being, a big fan of the channel and being very supportive. And I'm like, you don't have to do that. It's I was basically shocked. And I'm shocked still to this moment. Because this is a good value game. And it is in minty condition. I'm so happy. So special thanks and love out to Retro Rec and his channel. It's meant a lot to me. This is a game that is going to stay in my collection because I have a story to it. And I'm really, really happy about that. So yeah, that's it. And basically I basically, after I got done, and basically I was running around, and I'm like, I ran around all day. I was in here early this morning, and I basically went to lunch, went to Whataburger, which I basically, it was like very close to my hotel, and I didn't notice it until that morning. And I'm like, yeah, I really want to have that for lunch before I go. So I left a little after lunch, and I went to Whataburger. It's like you could stay around for better and more deals and other things and stuff, and where places will go nuts for a while. But I really just was done. So went to Whataburger, picked up the food. It was a very long wait. I mean, the place just opened on that Friday, so I think they're still working on streamlining their process and things. Um, but overall, it was good, really good sandwich. A little bit higher price than I like to pay. But like I said, overall, it was good food. Then I found that I had a Golden Corral gift card in my wallet from, like, I don't know, it seemed like it was 10 years old. I really don't even know where it came from. It was in my wallet though, and I'm like, I don't think this has ever been used. So I basically used it and pretty much had a free dinner. So I was like, okay, this is cool. And then I drove the rest of the way home, and I was exhausted and I was tired. And basically, I just fell into bed, went to sleep, and that was it. I was done for the night. Very happy that I was able to do all that. I was able to enjoy myself, and drive home and get home safely. I mean, it was like 9.5 hours, I think it took me for the whole trip home. So, yeah, it was a really, really good weekend. Shout outs to Gamer Aimer. I like this new sticker. I had all the other stickers and pins that she had. And since they're paying money out of their own pocket to make these things, I'm not going to go out of my way to take 5 million extras. It's just kind of pointless and stuff, and it really hurts them financially. And I really am not into that. Brandy was like really, really nice to me all weekend long, and I really just thanked her for her support. Speaking of support, cutest story ever, and it basically made my heart melt. This lady and everything is like she was just running around the show, and she had a kitten in the harness, and it's like she let people pet the cat and stuff, and it was like so cute and adorable. I was so happy seeing this cat. It made my heart melt to come home because I missed my cats. But it was like just really cool at that moment to basically hang out and pet the cat, that I really just missed being home. So I was like really, really happy about doing that. And last thing was this guy, RNG Gamer. This guy is like a tremendous gamer and tremendous YouTuber. I have all the respect in the world for him. He's a great guy. So yeah, I'm like really, really happy getting to meet him, getting to have conversations throughout the weekend. So thank you to RNG Gamer. Thank you to Gamer Aimer. Thank you especially to Retro Rick for making my weekend. And it's like thanks to the other YouTubers I met and everything. I learned some other things, but I'm going to make that as part of my wrap-up show. I just think we've had enough for this for today. This is just the pickups. So there'll be another episode where we're just going over and wrapping things up. But until then, until next time, this is David B69, and I'm out. Peace.